All season long, the goal of TAPPS basketball teams is to be in Mansfield for the state championship tournament. The time is now, and champions will be crowned on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Prestonwood Christian Academy 26-9, taking on the 33-6 Concordia Lutheran Lady Crusaders in the Girls 5A TAPPS State Basketball Championship at Timberview High School in Mansfield. Pete Stein along with Rick Shelton, and glad you can be with us for our continuing coverage of the TAPPS High School State Tournament. And now we start getting to the marquee events. This is the 5A Girls Championship game. The boys game still to come tonight. Prestonwood Christian Academy has both their girls and boys in the title game. The girls have been led this season by Brooke Alexander. She was held to 7 points in their semifinal victory, but she's been averaging over 20 points a game this season.
A talented player like Brooke is not probably going to get held to that low of a scoring output in 2 consecutive games, much less the state title game. She probably in her mind knows she's got a lot of making up to for that to have a big day today.
Prestonwood Christian Academy beating Pope John Paul II 45-34 on Friday night. Meanwhile, Concordia Lutheran defeated Bishop Lynch 62-57, and Jessica Cañez was a big part of that game, scoring 16 points, hitting 3 3-pointers, and the junior guard will be relied upon heavily against Prestonwood Christian Academy here tonight.
You know, when you're a shooter, once you start feeling it, you want to keep on shooting it. She may be just as hot as this game. She may cool off, but also there's going to be some great guard play from Sydney Thomas for Concordia, and that's the kind of thing can help a team win a state title, is if you've got good guard play like they do.
The players are being introduced here in Mansfield. We'll have the opening tip-off coming up next on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Getting ready to tip this one off at Timberview High School in Mansfield. It is the Class 5A Girls State Championship game. Let's take a look real quickly at the starting lineups. Alexander and Munster, the key players for Prestonwood Christian. Concordia Lutheran wins the opening tip, and the shot from three-point range is no good for Sydney Thomas. Cañez, Thomas, Geiger, Thompson, and Treadway, the starting 5 for the Lady Crusaders. Alexander gets the screen from Munster. Garcia unable to hit from 15 feet out. Cañez on the run up the left side of the floor. This is Geiger driving into the paint. Unable to score. Getting the rebound is Treadway. Cañez overshoots the goal. Maybe a little adrenaline behind that shot here in the opening minute of the state championship game.
We've seen a little of that in every game today. No surprise there. It's the biggest game of their lives right now, so understandable if they're a little pumped up.
Mariah Llewellyn gets it to Alexander on the wing. Munster sets the screen. Garcia looks inside, goes cross court. Open from the corner, overshooting the goal is Llewellyn. Blackwell unable to control the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds and belongs to the Lady Crusaders. Amanda Geiger will inbound for Concordia Lutheran out of Tomball, Texas. Prestonwood Christian Academy located in Plano. Geiger inbounds to Cañez, who races up the floor. Bounce pass to Treadway, who missed it off the glass, and Alexander gets it for the Lady Lions. Pitches it out to Blackwell. Inside to Marina Munster, 10 feet from the goal. He's going to get called for 3 seconds. Boy, she was camped in the lane.
A lot of thoughts going through these girls' heads right now. They said, take a little time to get them organized.
Right, no matter how talented you are, no matter how much you expected to be here, Once the moment arrives, you got a knot in your stomach. Baseline jumper for Treadway is over the goal. And Munster has the rebound for PCA. Fluellen to Blackwell. Blackwell finds Garcia, who dropped the ball, then kicks it out on the wing to Alexander. Rifles it to a wide open Blackwell. Easy bank shot for the first 2 points of the game.
Alexander seeing the floor well and gets Blackwell the easy bucket underneath. And they get the ball back.
Fluellen wins the ball back for Prestonwood Christian Academy. Garcia in the corner, fronted by Treadway. Pivoting, looking to pass, and it's Alexander. Brushing Blackwell aside.
Not so gently.
But with love.
Lots of love.
Fluellen out on the wing. Dribbles in, spins, puts up a shot off the glass. It's going to fall in. Fluellen makes it 4-0 Prestonwood Christian Academy. Geiger bringing it up for the Crusaders. Gets across half court. Glides toward the goal but misses the shot. And Munster's going to be called for the blocking foul.
Let's see that one. I thought she was stationary. No, it fell on the glance. Good call by the referee there. That's why you listen to the one underneath the basket next to the play instead of the guy at half court on the sideline.
And Geiger hits the free throw. That's the first point on the board for Concordia Lutheran. Geiger can't get them both to fall, however. Munster's got the rebound and Fluellen brings it up. Sydney Thomas there defensively as the pass goes to Alexander, who's fronted by Thompson. Fluellen resetting the offense. Munster setting the high screen. Fluellen finds Garcia in the corner. Treadway there defensively. The bounce pass to Alexander. And a timeout taken by Sherry Olison. And Prestonwood Christian Academy, we've played nearly 3.5 minutes here. It's a 4-1 lead for Prestonwood Christian Academy. Here's a look at our officiating crew for today's game. Jason Yeardy, Jason Duval, and Kristen Kastner, the three arbiters of this game. The Class 5A state championship game in TAPPS, the Texas Association of Private and Parochial Schools.
I don't know if Coach Allison saw something that she wanted to get to the players right now in that timeout, or if she just wanted to settle her team down here in the early going.
You know, we've seen them play several times, and it's not uncommon for her to call an early timeout like that. I think they like to kind of evaluate what the other team's doing and then fill in the players. Alexander out high on the wing. Garcia hands it back to Alexander. A wraparound dribble with Beth Thompson in front of her. The last time Concordia Lutheran was in the state championship, Thompson was a part of the team, the only player on the floor that can say that. Alexander puts up a shot that's wide right. And here's Sydney Thomas on the run. Trying to get the pass to Treadway. It was deflected. Thomas chases it down. Kanya's open for three. Comes up short. Munster has the rebound.
0 for 2 so far from 3 from Kanyes after that great performance in the state semifinal. We'll see if she can get that turned around.
Alexander running the offense. Bounce pass received by Fluellen. Alexander setting the screen. Garcia with a screen. The pass inside. Blackwell lost her footing under the goal, and Geiger runs up the middle of the floor for the Crusaders after the steal. The bounce pass to Treadway, who scores the layup. It's the first field goal of the game for the Lady Crusaders, and it takes nearly 4 minutes and 40 seconds for the Crusaders to get a field goal.
They're scooting right through this first quarter so far.
Prestonwood leading 4-3. Fluellen with the ball, getting this high screen from Garcia. The pass intended for Munster is picked off by Kanyes. And Kanyes runs right into the back of Fluellen, and the blocking foul is called.
Llewellyn probably liked that one back. There wasn't much she was going to be able to do at that point of the court with that much speed as Kanya has had.
The inbounds pass goes to Treadway. Treadway takes it herself. Now looking for a guard to get the ball to, and it's Kanyes. Nice screen set there by Treadway, and Kanyes scores. Prestonwood ruling the boards here. Out rebounding Concordia 2-1. A spin move and 2 points for Llewellyn. There's no way she practices that.
That was not pretty until it went into the basket, and it's beautiful for her.
Then it became masterful. Baseline drive by Treadway. It rolls over the rim, no good. Garcia with the rebound. And Llewellyn brings it up. Garcia setting the high screen. Llewellyn goes to Munster, who grabs it on the baseline, splits the defense, but can't finish. And Geiger has the rebound. Thomas on the run, accelerates across half court to the top of the key, and a bounce pass. Missing the shot down low is Thompson. Blackwell has it for Prestonwood Christian Academy and is fouled 94 feet away from the goal. And they call the foul on Beth Thompson. Her first personal foul, first team foul. Prestonwood with a 1-point lead in the ball. Mariah Llewellyn brings it up for the Lady Lions. Fronted by Thomas. Llewellyn directing traffic. The bounce pass to Blackwell at the top of the key. Just under a minute and a half to play in the opening period. Llewellyn with 4 points and Blackwell with 2 for Prestonwood Christian Academy. Prestonwood Christian running a deliberate offense. Alexander receives the pass. Moves inside the arc. Shoots and scores. The bank is open for Brooke Alexander.
And no one's getting back on defense.
And Treadway's going to have an easy layup. 4 points for Treadway.
Can't let him have it that easy after a good bucket like that.
Prestonwood's lead is back to 1. Garcia, overhead cross-court pass received by Blackwell. Her shot is off the mark, but Garcia's there to score.
Right place, right time, under the basket. Right back up and in, that easy.
Sydney Thomas into the front court with 21 seconds to play in the first quarter. Spins past Blackwell. Gets it to Treadway. Dribbles in with the left hand. Out to Kanyes. Thomas for 3. Nothing but net. First three-pointer of the game. And we're tied at 10. They're not aware of the clock. Time runs out at the end of the first quarter. Prestonwood Christian Academy 10. Concordia Lutheran 10. We've come to the end of the first quarter in the Class 5A TAPPS Girls State Championship game on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
A trip to Brookshire's always starts with one thing in mind, the freshest food for your family. We offer the best selection of farm fresh produce right from local growers. An endless offering of USDA choice meats cut fresh daily. A wonderful selection of premium wines and craft beer. And exclusive savings with your points earned on your Brookshire's thank you card. You settle for nothing less than the best for your family. And that's exactly what you'll find at Brookshire's. Brookshire's. Share meals. Share life.
Prestonwood Christian has the ball to start the second quarter, tied 10-10. Prestonwood Christian shooting 50% from the field. Concordia Lutheran hitting just 1 out of every 3 shots. Blackwell from the corner. The shot put up by Sabrina Munster is no good. And this is Cañez into the front court for the Lady Crusaders. Cañez off the glass for 2. Cañez now with 4 points.
Did it from downtown last games, showing the versatility, doing it inside today.
Bounce pass to Blackwell. Guarded by Treadway. Finds Fluellen in the lane. Out to Alexander for a 3-pointer that's good. And Alexander off to a much better start than she had in the semifinal game. Thomas cut off by Fluellen along the baseline. Out to Treadway. Inside to Geiger, who's fouled by Brooke Alexander. And Geiger ends up on the floor.
There's a little bit of competitive streak in Brooke Alexander, I believe.
Just a little.
One thing Prestonwood does have to do, though, after the last couple of buckets they've had, they've got beaten back once on a fast break, and that's time they almost did again. They got to get back after these buckets because obviously Concordia is taking advantage of it and getting back up the court quickly.
Geiger's now 1 of 3 at the free throw line. Marina Munster comes back into the game. And Geiger continues to struggle at the foul line. The Lady Lions hold on to a 1-point lead. Fluellen runs the point. Thompson shadowing Alexander, who makes the catch, drives to the goal, ends up on the floor, no whistle. Shot put up by Blackwell is no good. Thompson with the rebound, hands it to Thomas. Thomas settles things down for the Crusaders. Cañez finds Thomas open in the corner, but the 3-pointer bounces off the front rim, no good. Geiger with the rebound and a strong move to put 2 points on the board. But she's now got 3.
She's playing well down low, keeping her position. Got a big bounce off the missed shot by Thomas. Came down with the rebound and got herself another bucket.
Crusaders stay man-to-man. Alexander launches a 3, no good, off the mark. And it's Cañez with the rebound for Concordia Lutheran out of Tomball. Courtney Munchko is in the game. The foul line jumper is good for Amanda Geiger, who now has 5 points. Alexander. Shadowed by Beth Thompson. The 2 team leaders going mano a mano. Fluellen finding room to work. Thomas picks her up. Munster calls for the ball, receives the pass, posting up Treadway, and shoots over Treadway to put 2 points on the board. It's her first field goal.
She felt Treadway give her just a little bit of room, and she took advantage of that quick shot.
Geiger with the jump stop and the bank shot. 7 points for Geiger, who's on a roll and is almost single-handedly leading Concordia to a 3-point lead. They're up 18-15 with just less than 5 minutes to play in the first half.
You know, each game doesn't have anything to do with the other one, but all day today we've seen a really close first quarter, and then something starts happening for one team midway through the second, and there's been some pull-aways at this time. We're going to see if Concordia can do that themselves or if Prestonwood's going to keep it tight today.
Sherry Olison is in her first season as the head coach at Prestonwood Christian Academy, and she came to Prestonwood Christian Academy after a short coaching stint at Arizona Christian University in Phoenix. And what pedigree she's had in her career. She's worked with Gary Blair and Pat Summit at Arkansas and Tennessee, respectively. So I would say that she knows what she's doing.
That'd almost be my resume, experience. Summit and Blair. That's all I'd say.
Prestonwood with 3 assists. Alexander with 5 points, passes it off to the wing. The 3-pointer for Denniston is no good. Marina Munster can't get the putback. Treadway with the rebound. Thomas on the run for the Crusaders all the way to the goal. Put it up with a little too much muscle. Then Geiger scores and has a chance to add one more point as she goes to the free throw line. Marina Munster picks up her second personal foul. And Geiger, now with 9 points, has a chance to make it 10 and be the first player into double digits.
The Lady Crusaders are pushing the ball. They're hitting the boards well. Their shooting wasn't great earlier, but they've got a 5-point lead. Something's going right for them.
Well, Geiger continues to struggle at the free throw line. The lead for the Crusaders is 5 as Fluellen moves into the front court. Rachel Denniston in the game for Prestonwood Christian. This is Fluellen for 3, no good. Garcia grabs the rebound. This time it's Sabrina Munster who ends up on the hardwood. Cañez picks up her first personal foul. Watch under the basket. Cañez committing the foul, but getting a layup on the other end after a steal and has 6 points. The lead now is 7 for Concordia Lutheran. They've outscored Prestonwood Christian now 12-5 here in the second quarter, just past the midway mark of the period. Sabrina Munster in the paint draws the foul. She'll shoot 2, drawing the foul from Amanda Geiger. Another look at Sabrina Munster, who despite she doesn't have the size of her sister, but she likes to work down low. But misses the free throw here. Free throw shooting has been troublesome in this game. This is both of them. Geiger quickly gets it to Thompson, who moves up the left sideline, finds Cañez, who gets it to Geiger. Fluellen tried to knock the ball away, and Garcia has the steal.
Good effort.
Fluellen moves into the front court. Alexander, a three-pointer, wide right. Geiger has the board. Thomas on the run. Shadowed by Fluellen. Bounce pass to Geiger, who got her own rebound and then crumbles under the basket as she's fouled. Garcia picks up her first personal foul, and it sends Lindsay Treadway to the free throw line. Treadway kind of pushes it up with one hand and through the net. Alicia Blackwell is back in the game for Prestonwood Christian. Denniston goes to the bench. Second free throw for Treadway is no good. Munster, or rather Alexander, has the rebound and then pitches it up to Fluellen. Garcia pulls the trigger, but it's off the heel of the rim and rebounded by Treadway. Thomas across half court. Thomas settling down the offense, shadowed by Fluellen. Up top, Treadway. From the corner, Thomas, short. Treadway unable to get the rebound, and Fluellen clears it. Dribbles all the way in. The lead pass to Blackwell, back to Fluellen, who has her shot blocked by Treadway. Geiger grabs it, gets it to Thomas, who pushes it up the middle of the floor. Drifts out to the right wing side, shoots a three-pointer on target. That's her second three, and she's got 6 points.
She pushes that ball up the court, but she gains control before she shoots. That's working so far. It seems that Preston's a little bit more out of control right now when they push it up the court.
The lead for the Crusaders is up to 11. Munster feeds Garcia, who scores.
Nice pass inside.
Another assist for Prestonwood Christian Academy. Thomas getting a screen from Geiger.
Oh,
Gets called for a double dribble as she carries the ball.
thought about passing, then pulled it back.
Marina Munster returns to the game for Prestonwood Christian Academy. Llewellyn, Blackwell, Garcia, and Alexander. So it's the starting 5 on the floor now for Prestonwood Christian Academy. Llewellyn into the front court. Turnovers fairly even. The Lions with one more. Garcia goes cross court to Llewellyn. Blackwell in the corner. Cañez gets there quickly on defense. Blackwell back to Llewellyn. Down to the final 65 seconds of the first half. A 9-point lead for Concordia Lutheran. We were tied at 10 at the end of the first quarter. Alexander shadowed by Thompson. 50 seconds remaining. Alexander with a strong left-hand dribble. The floater is wide left, no good. Geiger got the rebound. Cañez up the right sideline. And a bounce pass goes right between the legs of the intended target, Lindsay Treadway. So Prestonwood Christian Academy gets the ball back with 38 seconds to play, trailing by 9 as we near halftime at Timberview High School in Mansfield. Class 5A Girls State Championship in TAPPS. Alexander, 15-footer, good. Alexander now with 7 points.
Matches her last game total.
The lead for the Crusaders has been cut to 7. Cañez for 3, overshoots the goal. Munster grabs it. 4 seconds left. Llewellyn pushes it up. Beyond half court, shoots on line, but high off the backboard. It's no good as the horn sounds. And at the half, Concordia Lutheran has taken a 26-19 lead, outscoring Prestonwood Christian Academy 16-9 in the second quarter. We've got first half stats and highlights, plus second half action coming up on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Pete Stein and Brick Shelton back with you at Timberview High School in Mansfield, where Concordia Lutheran has taken a 26-19 lead over Prestonwood Christian. And Brick, this game at the end of the first quarter was tied 10-10. What did Concordia Lutheran do to establish this 7-point lead in the second quarter?
They've been pressing the ball up the court as soon as they get it on the other end after a Prestonwood miss. They are pushing it up, and it seems Prestonwood is not getting back on defense as fast as they need to. I can guarantee that's something Coach Allison's going to talk to her girls about at halftime. Y'all have got to get back after a miss and a make. They're pushing the ball up, Concordia is, and they're converting. Prestonwood's not getting their shots to fall. I think we need to see a lot more from Munster and Alexander if Prestonwood's going to get back in this game.
Well, and it seems like Prestonwood doesn't want to get into a running game with Concordia. They've been very deliberate on offense.
You've seen a little frustration. I think the defense of Concordia has frustrated them some because they're used to setting up a good shot and being patient. We talked about that before the game, and maybe some of those shots will start to fall. Maybe they'll start looking at different openings, running their offense from what they've seen here in the first half.
Brooke Alexander, you mentioned that she had just 7 points in the semifinal game. She's been averaging over 20 points a game. She got 7 first-half points. They're going to need production out of her if they're going to get back in this game.
Yeah,
not that they're out of it, only down 7.
Right. Yeah, it's easily a deficit to overcome. You see a lot of emotion that Alexander plays with, and she's going to have to channel that. And she's probably going to want to try to put this team on her shoulders in the second half. But you got to do it with focus. The stakes are high, and that's a good team on the other side of the court you're playing.
Yeah, we've seen Prestonwood Christian quite a bit this year on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, and it's a team that's handled adversity pretty well over the course of this season. When they get down in games, or even when they've blown some leads in games, they've been resilient.
Yeah, and so many of these girls playing on their select teams. I mean, it's year-round for so many of these girls now, and most of them have been in plenty of big games, but there is something a little bit more special about a state title game because that's something that you're going to talk about for a long, long time. Yeah, they're 17, 18 years old. They're not thinking about that yet, but there's a lot on their minds as we go through this last 16 minutes of basketball.
Marina Munster has kind of been taken out of this game, and usually when Prestonwood Christian is playing well, Munster is making a big impression, and she's been held to 2 points and really hasn't had a major effect on defense or on the board.
Yeah, this is a girl that's looking at Abilene Christian. She's looking at Rice. She's looking at some big schools here in Texas to attend the next level. So, again, that's why I said earlier, I mean, you need your big players to come up big in big games. They definitely need from those two in the second half.
Concordia Lutheran's getting a great first half from Amanda Geiger, and she's a big reason why they've got this 7-point lead.
Yeah, she's playing hard at both ends. She's getting the ball up and in, and she's getting rebounds as well.
So it's Concordia Lutheran with a 7-point lead here at halftime. We'll take a look at the first half stats and also take a peek at the highlights. The second half is coming up on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Concordia Lutheran out of Tomball has a 26-19 lead over Prestonwood Christian from Plano as we're at the half in this girls Class 5A TAPPS state championship game. Let's take a look at some of the statistics from the first half of action here at Timberview High School in Mansfield and see how the first half unfolded. Concordia got off to a slow start, but now they're shooting 50% from the field, and it's Prestonwood Christian who's struggling a little bit, and the Lions are not getting to the free throw line, in part because they're not really attacking the basket. Neither team really lighting it up from three-point range. Prestonwood actually winning the battle on the boards, but it's close, and both teams doing a pretty good job taking care of the basketball.
There is no one particular area in these stats you're looking at that's made such a definitive difference or isn't something that can be overcome or changed in the second half. You know, the two top teams in the state, this kind of game you expect, maybe not a 7-point lead, but it's an even game. There's plenty of time to change things for both teams, both good or bad.
There's nothing in those stats that indicates that Concordia would be winning by 7 points, but that is the case as we take a look at the highlights from the first 16 minutes of action here. And it was Prestonwood Christian who got off to a good start early, going inside to Alicia Blackwell, and this is Mariah Fluellen scoring in the paint. They scored the first 4 points. Took a while for Concordia Lutheran to heat up, but Sydney Thomas hit 2 3-pointers in the first half. And Brooke Alexander hitting a 3-pointer for one of her 3 field goals, and Amanda Geiger driving in to get that deuce on the board for the Crusaders. Then the miss by Thomas, the rebound by Geiger, and the putback. Kanyes drives in for the layup. Thomas does a nice job running the offense, elects to shoot the 3-pointer and hits it, as she did twice in the first half. Geiger, the leading scorer for the Crusaders, with 9 points. Thomas has 6.
Kanyes and Thomas, one good strong backcourt play, and they got that in the first half. They want to continue that in the second. I like watching how Thomas pushes up the ball off the court.
Alexander has 7 points to lead Prestonwood Christian Academy, 4 points apiece for Garcia and Fluellen. Blackwell and Marina Munster each have 2. Sabrina Munster has seen some playing time, but has not gotten into the scorebook yet. So we're ready to start the second half. The Crusaders will have the ball to begin play as the third quarter gets underway. The official being occupied right now by Matt Neidick, the head coach at Concordia Lutheran. But we are underway. Thomas in the corner, guarded by Fluellen. Up top to Kanyes, fronted by Blackwell. Both teams have their starting 5 on the floor, and a block shot. Munster comes up with the block, and it's Alexander on the run, weaving her way into the front court. Gets it to Garcia. Early stages of the third quarter. A chance for the Lady Lions to cut the deficit. A lob to Garcia, tried to bank it in, hit the side of the backboard, and we got a foul.
That's the play they wanted to go backdoor to Garcia. She just was in a bad position to catch the ball almost to the side of the basket. Good play, just didn't execute well.
Garcia gets called for her second personal foul, and the Crusaders get the ball with a 7-point lead. That was perfectly executed, except they didn't make the shot.
That's the key part of the execution, though, right?
This is Beth Thompson getting it to Sydney Thomas. Fluellen right on her hip as she drives to the goal, and a foul called on Fluellen.
Now, part of the secret may be in the pink shoelaces of the Lady Crusaders.
I know that's the secret to your good analysis here today.
Well, you know,
your pink shoelaces.
Oh, they stand out, it doesn't match, but it works, and that's all they care about.
Free throw is too hard off the heel of the rim. Neither team really shooting that well from the free throw line. Thomas makes the second one. She's got 7 points now. Marina Munster on the baseline, fronted by Geiger, finds Garcia. One dribble and a pass inside to Blackwell, taken away by Cañez. Jump ball, and the arrow favors the Lady Lions.
I think Garcia saw the blue jersey flashing and thought she was open, and there's a white jersey in between them.
The lob inside to Munster. Can't finish, but got her own rebound. One dribble, turns toward the goal, fouled. Shot bangs off the front rim, and I think they got Geiger with the foul.
Yeah, they got her for bringing her hands down when she had them straight up. We'll see if that's what she does. Yeah, just a little bit, but it was enough, and the ref called and explained why he made that call to her.
Trying to roof Munster. So Marina Munster goes to the free throw line, searching for her third point of the game. She's got it. Munster with great form at the free throw line, hits both of them. 6-point lead for the Crusaders, who have the ball. Played nearly a minute and a half of the third quarter. There you see the free throw shooting. Neither team can brag about those totals. Munster getting Prestonwood off the schneid for the foul with those two free throws. Blocking foul called. That's on Munster.
Prestonwood 33, Marina Munster, third personal, third team foul. Shooting 2.
Not much doubt about that one.
Yeah, I think that was a foul.
Geiger, who struggled at the free throw line in the first half, now has 10 points. Sabrina Munster is going to come into the game, and she'll take the place of Marina. Geiger now 2 of 7 at the free throw line. Fluellen into the front court. The Lady Lions still staring at a 7-point deficit. Fluellen between the circles. Fronted by Thomas. 5-second count is on, and the bounce pass eludes Blackwell. It's turned over to Concordia Lutheran. Thomas running the offense. 5 turnovers for each side. Geiger drives in, that's an offensive foul.
Good call. Fluellen had established position, took the charge. Smart play.
Prestonwood Christian trailing by 7 has the ball back with 5:37 to play in the third quarter. Geiger's going to come out of the game. Courtney Munchko is in the game now for Concordia Lutheran. Fluellen hands it to Alexander. Ooh, Alexander may have been called for double dribble there, got away with it. Shot blocked by Beth Thompson. This is Munchko. Finds Kanyes. Gets it to Thompson. Bounce pass to the open Kanyes. Her three-pointer is in and out, no good.
Well, she thought it was good. She was posing.
Garcia with the rebound. It was halfway down. Alexander running the offense. PCA not able to narrow the deficit whatsoever, still trailing by 7. Blackwell drives in, baseline floater no good. Thomas has it and is on the run up the middle of the floor for the Crusaders. Runs into Garcia, maintains the dribble, gets it to Thompson, who drives in, and from behind, Garcia knocks it away. Garcia thought she had all ball, but she's called for the foul. It's her third personal.
Let's take a look at it again. Didn't see much foul there, but again, we're farther away. The third one is always tough to take, though, as well.
Fourth team foul, sending Elizabeth Thompson to the free throw line. The senior guard misses. And it remains a 7th lead. Marina Munster comes back into the game. Prestonwood Christian calls a timeout. It's the third timeout for Prestonwood Christian. They have 2 remaining now. And we're nearly at the midway mark of the third quarter. Concordia Lutheran led 26-19 at the half, so each side has only been able to score 2 points here in the third quarter. It's been a defensive struggle for the first 3.5 minutes of this period. We were tied 10-10 at the end of the first quarter.
And Concordia wouldn't mind it staying just like this. Also, Prestonwood doesn't mind. They've kept it close, and you know it's not out of hand by any stretch of the imagination.
Boy, Concordia is shooting much better, 48% compared to 30% for the Lady Lions.
And for such a deliberate team, you wouldn't expect that. They're taking their time.
Almost every shot is contested, though.
Yeah, that's good defense.
There's Matt Neidick, and Concordia Lutheran has been a consistent winner since he took over the reins 7 years ago. This is the 4th time in the last 7 years that the Crusaders have been to the state semifinals. This year they're in the championship game and leading midway through the third quarter, but the free throw is no good for Thompson. Llewellyn shouting out to her teammates before delivering the pass to Blackwell. Alexander for 3, no good. Off the front rim, Munster can't get the rebound. Llewellyn chases down the loose ball and flips it to Munster.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Munster's pass nearly stolen. A foul called as Blackwell ended up on the floor for Prestonwood Christian Academy, and that's Jessica Kanyes being helped to her feet for the Crusaders. Third team foul.
I think that leg a little bit funny, but she's all right. It scared her more than anything.
Llewellyn runs the offense, finds Alexander on the wing. Back to Llewellyn. Inside to Garcia. Llewellyn open, three-pointer woefully short. Treadway with the rebound and gets it to Thomas. Thomas has it poked away, picked up by Treadway, who hands it right back to Sydney Thomas. Kanyes open on the right side. Drives in with a left-hand dribble. Garcia strips the ball loose. 4 players hit the ground trying to get that loose ball, and it's a jump ball. The arrow favors the Crusaders.
Looks like Kanyes and Garcia got really tangled up, even away from the ball right here. They're both going for a ball that's not there, apparently. They're hustling, they're trying. They want this state title badly.
Munchko will inbound for Concordia Lutheran. Just over 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Llewellyn with the steal. The pass intended for Kanyes. Alexander to Munster. Backing in on Treadway. Munster is fouled and has a chance at a three-point play.
She was not going to be denied on that basket. Big roar from the Lady Lions crowd on that one. That's the kind of play you need, maybe turn the tide. Been tough to get inside this Concordia zone.
Buckets have been hard to come by for the Lady Lions. Munster can't get it to bounce for her at the free throw line. Munsko brings it up the right side. Garcia there defensively. Sent back to Treadway, who moves to the top of the key. Cañez for three, good. Cañez now with 9 points. That's the third three-pointer in the game for the Crusaders. Sydney Thomas has 2.
Not afraid to fire from downtown. She's a good couple of feet behind the line on that one. That little girl got it up there and in.
Garcia to Alexander. Her three-pointer no good. Garcia's got the rebound and scores with a putback. Garcia now with 6 points.
Yeah, I'd like to see Alexander follow up her shot. She's kind of standing back after she shoots. She needs to get in, try to get on the boards with the rest of her teammates.
Cañez finds Treadway. He sees it roll over the heel of the rim, and Fluellen on the run for the Lady Lions. Cañez there in front of her. Fluellen to Blackwell. Garcia from the corner, worth 2 if it goes, and Garcia has 8 points. It's now a 4-point lead for the Crusaders. Just over 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Cañez will shoot a three. Off the rim, no good. Treadway got the rebound, pitches it back to Thompson. Bounce pass to Thomas, fronted by Blackwell. 2 minutes to go in the third. And a pushing foul called as Thomas drives into the lane. And that's on Alicia Blackwell. That's the first personal foul on Blackwell, the 15th foul on the Lady Lions. Sabrina Munster is back on the floor. Garcia gets a breather. So you got the 2 Munster sisters both in the game with Blackwell, Alexander, and Fluellen. Driving the baseline is Treadway and kisses it in off the glass.
Can't let him have the baseline like that. Nice play there by Treadway.
Alexander to Fluellen, to Blackwell. Drives baseline. Puts up a shot, can't get it to fall. Got her own rebound. Turns, misses, got her own rebound again. And is fouled going up for a third shot.
Terrific effort. Ready to work hard down under. She was not going to be denied on that one. A little more heart coming out of Prestonwood right now. They know there's still 9.5 minutes to go, but they want something to happen now.
Sherry Olison summoning Brooke Alexander over to the bench, giving her some instructions. And Blackwell holds her mouth just right, gets that one to roll in. This one is a swish. Blackwell hits both free throws. Boy, that's been unusual in this game. Somebody stepping up to the free throw line and nailing 2 free throws. Concordia Lutheran's lead, which was 7 at the half, is down to 4 with 1:32 to play in the third quarter. And PCA is pressing. Treadway in the backcourt. Gets it to Thompson. Thompson runs into Blackwell, and that's an offensive foul. And Blackwell being helped to her feet by both Alexander and Fluellen. And Alexander gives Blackwell a big old hug.
No question about that call. She was established. See if they can cut it to 2 or...
Boy, they'd like to take advantage here. That's the 9th turnover for Concordia. From the corner. Three-pointer for Alicia Blackwell. Concordia's lead is 1, and they've turned it over for the 10th time.
I believe we have a ball game on our hands. Get a little bit loud in this gym right now.
Setting up for a fantastic fourth quarter here. Things are heating up in Mansfield. Timberview High School, the site of this Class 5A Girls State Championship game. Prestonwood Christian Academy not shooting well from three-point range at all. Inside to Sabrina Munster, back out to Fluellen, to Blackwell, who drives in, pulls up from 10 feet out. Kanye steps in to get the rebound, blocking foul.
But Kanyes was going to step on Blackwell's head.
It's Blackwell who is called for the foul.
Whoa.
Lions fans did not like that call. Crusaders again facing full court pressure. Good diagonal pass to Treadway, who pitches it to Thomas. A half minute to go in the third quarter. Thompson setting the screen. Kanyes with a three-pointer, that's an air ball. Marina Munster pulls it out of the air and gives it to Flewellen. Prestonwood Christian can take the lead. Alexander driving to the basket, gets it to go! 9 points for Brooke Alexander. Beth Thompson handles the basketball for the Crusaders. Hands it down to Sydney Thompson. He's the three-pointer at the horn. It is wide right. And Prestonwood Christian has taken a 34-33 lead into the fourth quarter. It took a while for things to heat up in the third quarter, but boy, have they heated up. And the fourth quarter is coming up next on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Fourth quarter gets underway. Prestonwood Christian with a 1-point lead and the ball. Out rebounding Concordia Lutheran 25-20. Munster on the block, battling for possession. It's a tie ball with Amanda Geiger and the arrow favoring Concordia Lutheran out of Tomball. Prestonwood Christian out of Plano. Battling for another 8 minutes with a state title on the line in TAPPS Class 5A.
It seemed like the Crusaders were on cruise control for quite a while and just zooming through this game, and all of a sudden Lady Lions of Prestonwood have woken up, and I'm ready for a great fourth quarter now.
Beth Thompson can't hit from the corner. Marina Munster has the rebound and gets it to Mariah Flewellen. That full court pressure really turned this game around.
Yeah, it turned on, and it's, you know, it's something you get scared of running out of options, so you find something that works, and they did find something that worked.
Munster to Garcia. Her shot is good. Garcia with 10 points. They break the press this time with a pass to Kanyes, and Garcia blocks the shot from behind, and that time she got all ball. Thompson to inbound for the Crusaders. Treadway drives in with the right hand, kicks it out to Kanyes on the wing, but is called for an offensive foul.
Blackwell is taking those charges, landed on her right elbow, it looks like, came up shaking it, but that's what you do for the team. A game like this, you need every little bit of advantage, and taking these charges is really working out.
That's the 7th team foul. Concordia now with 11 turnovers, 4 more than the Lady Lions. Garcia in the corner. Dribbles into the lane. Gets stuck there and gets it out to Alexander. Brooke Alexander with 9 points in this contest. Mariah Flewellen handling the basketball. Guarded by Sydney Thomas. Cross-court pass nearly intercepted. Kanyes there defensively, and the foul is on Blackwell. That's the 3rd personal foul on Alicia Blackwell. 7th team foul sends Kanyes to the free throw line. Kanyes with 9 points tonight. Wow, somebody's jamming out. But if it's too loud, you're too old.
What?
Blackwell disgusted with the explanation after the foul. Kanyes hits the free throw. It's her 10th point. She's tied with Amanda Geiger as the leading scorer in the game for the Crusaders.
I think free throws are about to play a very big role in this game for the last 6.5 minutes. We go to 1-1.
Kanyes hits both of hers. With 11 points, she's now the game's leading scorer. Alexander, a long three, and it comes up well short. The air ball goes out of bounds.
They didn't show their usual patience on that possession.
No, she forced that one. Inbounding it just in time as Geiger gets it to Treadway ahead to Kanyes. PCA fans chanting defense here at Timberview High School. Kanyes bounce pass to Thomas. Thomas drives baseline, kicks it out to Treadway. 15-footer, no good. Blackwell falling down with the rebound, and a jump ball is called. Blackwell holding her forehead.
Oh, hit the back of her head. Yeah,
Wow.
that's not comfortable. She's going to need an aspirin or two after this game, the way she's been on the floor.
This is Fluellen to Blackwell, makes a nice catch with Kanyes there defensively. Garcia in the corner. Back to Fluellen, three-pointer, overshot it. Garcia able to grab it before it goes out of bounds.
Need some help over there.
Treadway right there defensively. It's handed to Alexander. Cross court to Blackwell. On the left block, it's Munster, and she's got her 8th point of the game with just over 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
Good, strong move inside there. That's what they want to see out of Munster the rest of this game.
Kanyes misses the 18-footer, but Geiger is there, can't get the putback. Blackwell has the rebound, quickly getting it to Garcia. Fluellen to Alexander. Spin move, shot off the glass, around and out, no good. Putback is good. Addie Garcia with 12 points. Leads all scorers with just over 4.5 minutes to play in the game. Three-pointer overshot by Thomas. Munster there for Prestonwood Christian Academy. Fluellen walks it up. Munster sets the screen at half court. Thomas took a hard fall, but she's back up and playing defense on Fluellen.
Called a decleater in football.
Wow, that was a big-time screen. Nothing dirty about it.
No, she was stationary.
Alexander driving the baseline, bounce pass to Garcia, nice head fake. The shot, no good. The ball's knocked out of bounds, but a foul called. Treadway stepping in front of Garcia.
4 on Garcia.
Blackwell's going to get a breather. And she's still holding her head after she banged it on the floor just a few minutes ago. Lindsay Treadway is at the free throw line. She's got kind of an unusual style, but she's 2 for 3 at the foul line today and has 8 points.
Whatever works. There's a little hitch there at the top, a little spin. One hands it.
Not this time.
It's all about routine at free throw line. If that's what she's used to doing, that's what she needs to stick with.
There's no right or wrong, is there?
Not at all.
It's a pass fail. Fluellen trying to shake the tight defense of Thomas. Gets it to Rachel Denniston, who's coming to the game for Prestonwood Christian Academy. The pass to Alexander, knocked away from Alexander. They're going to call over it back.
Let's see if that one got touched.
Lady Lion fans not happy about it. Sherry Olison not happy about it. Matt Neidig taking off his jacket for the final 3.5 minutes.
Let's see. Yeah, it was tipped away.
Ollison is going to have a word with the official. Meanwhile, Matt Neidig has his team huddled around him. Concordia Lutheran is led by 7 in this game, but now they trail by 4, in part because of 12 turnovers. Prestonwood's turned it over a couple of times here in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a white-knuckle affair here down the stretch. Addie Garcia, somewhat surprisingly, is the game's leading scorer with 12 points for Prestonwood Christian. And Garcia has been there to get the rebounds, and she's been there when the passes have been delivered from the point.
Your main concern with her now is she plays such an aggressive game. She does have 4 fouls. She did not come back in here after this timeout, so they obviously want to utilize her down the stretch.
She's also shown her range. She's hit 6 field goals for Prestonwood Christian Academy, getting a breather here with just over 3 minutes to play. Thomas brings it up for the Crusaders. Llewellyn there defensively. Right in the pocket of Thomas. This is Treadway fouled going to the goal. And will shoot 3 free throws as Munster is called for the foul. Her 4th personal foul.
So that's 2 bigs for Preston with 4 fouls with 3:19 to go.
Lindsay Treadway uses the glass and the iron to get that free throw to fall through for her 9th point of the game. This to make it a 2-point game, and it's good.
Definitely got good rotation on that unique shot.
Llewellyn gets into the front court with a left-hand dribble. Gets it to Brooke Alexander. PCA holding on to a 2-point lead with 3 minutes to play.
This is where their patience that they're known for could be key. Got to utilize it.
Blackwell hands it to Llewellyn. Thomas is there defensively, and Thomas goes to the floor and has the steal, calling a timeout.
Using her head there. Called the quick timeout when she got possession before they could call a jump ball and let someone get in there.
Concordia Lutheran using one of their 4 remaining timeouts right here, trailing 40-38 with 2:41 to play in regulation. We were tied at 10 in the first quarter. At halftime, the Crusaders have taken a 7-point lead of 26-19. Prestonwood Christian Academy used full court pressure to take a 34-33 lead in the 3rd quarter.
It's like Preston was trying different keys to unlock the door, and they finally found one to solve the Crusaders with that full court press.
Remember, high school basketball games on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel are available through Time Warner Cable Local On Demand. Check your Time Warner Cable Local On Demand for this and other great games from across the state of Texas. Thompson inbounds it. Kanya's nearly lost it, but controls it.
Surprised they didn't call an over and back on that one.
Treadway nearly had the ball stolen, but gets it to Geiger, who drives baseline and misses. Rebound, Alexander. It's pinballed around, but ended up in the hands of Brooke Alexander. Pass to Blackwell. Finds Sabrina Munster on the baseline. Kick back out to Blackwell. Sabrina and Marina Munster both on the floor right now. Alexander at the top of the key. Pitches it to Llewellyn. A 2-point lead for Prestonwood Christian Academy with 2 minutes to play. And the whistle stops play as 3 players wind up on the floor. Tanya is called for the personal foul. It's her 3rd. And at the free throw line is Alicia Blackwell. who's hit 2 free throws in the game. Addie Garcia, the game's leading scorer, has returned to the floor. Blackwell, with ice water running through those veins, hits the free throw. This one to make it a 2-possession game. Calm as could be, she hit both free throws. Prestonwood Christian forcing another turnover. Garcia trying to get it inbounded and does so to Fluellen. Fluellen is fouled by Sydney Thomas. And Fluellen will go to the free throw line for the first time. Concordia now with 13 turnovers in this game. Prestonwood's turned it over 10 times. Fluellen at the free throw line. Wow. Is this a composed team or what?
When you do it with under 2 minutes to go in the state title game, this close of game, yeah, that's clutch. They're going to need to keep making them, though, because Concordia is definitely not giving up.
Fluellen couldn't get the second one to go. Tanya is pushing it up to the Crusaders. Thomas on the wing. That's going to be another turnover. The double dribble call against Sydney Thomas. And that might have been a little bit of nerves kicking in with 1:43 to play.
Yeah, she got pretty upset at that. She knows she just lost her cool for a second, but it's not a deal breaker. Just get out of your head now. Don't worry about it.
Fluellen gets the screen at half court from Garcia. Thomas lost her footing. Blackwell on the right side holds it overhead. Treadway bumps her and the foul is called. Less than 90 seconds to play in this game. Prestonwood Christian with a 5-point lead. Blackwell hits the free throw. About midway through the third quarter, things were not looking so good for PCA. They were down 7, they were struggling on offense, and now Alicia Blackwell with 11 points has been a big part of the PCA rally. Thompson to Thomas for 3, well off the mark. Alexander has the rebound and is fouled by Treadway. That's the 4th on Lindsay Treadway. The lead has swelled to 7 for Prestonwood Christian Academy.
Such a difference between these two benches right now. Did not look like this about half an hour ago.
Things have really turned around. And Brooke Alexander now with 10 points. Make it 11. The lead is 9. So the one thing that the Lady Lions don't want to do now is foul. Thompson missed it. It's knocked out of bounds by Blackwell. Timeout taken with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining in this girls class 5A TAPPS state championship game. It is an exclusive presentation of Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, intended solely for Time Warner Cable customers. Any use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this telecast without the express written consent of Time Warner Cable Sports and the schools involved is strictly prohibited. What a game this has been. A seesaw affair, but momentum favors the Lady Lions here with 71 seconds remaining.
The Prestonwood girls were pretty celebratory going into that. Coach Allison was real quick to calm them down. Don't buy into the crowd in this moment. We still got some work to do with 1 minute 11 to go because Crusaders can push the ball. They score in a hurry. It's not over yet. It's not looking good for Concordia, but plenty of time for something to happen. We've seen crazier happen.
The Crusaders inbound it. Geiger has it on the right side. Geiger drives in, stripped by Munster. Geiger got it back. Unable to score from point-blank range. Sydney Thomas beats Blackwell to the ball, and a foul is called.
Say Sydney Thomas is a bit scrappy. She's in the middle of everything tonight.
Thomas shooting 1 and 1. With 1 minute to play, hits the first one. 8 points now for Thomas. Missed the second one. Rebounded by Treadway, who has the ball knocked out of her hands. The officials will confer. Wow. The official who was screened out on the play overturns the call made by the official under the basket when the ball went out of bounds. I don't know how that official makes that call.
Got overruled real quick, though, didn't he?
I mean, I'm not saying he made the wrong call. I'm just not sure how he could be that sure of his call. From where he was and all the bodies that were between him and the ball going out of bounds. Getting the perspiration mopped up with 58.2 seconds remaining. We'll get a look at it. I tell you what, I think he made the right call.
Yeah, stripped out of the White's hands.
Maybe he had a clear view. Treadway scores. 12 points now for Lindsay Treadway, but it's still an 8-point lead for the Lady Lions of Prestonwood Christian Academy. They're getting ready to party in Plano if they can hold on for another 55 seconds. Crusader fan base has not given up on this game. And a 6-point lead, certainly not insurmountable right now. That's just 2 possessions. Sydney Thomas has hit 2 3-pointers for Concordia Lutheran, and Jessica Cañez has hit a 3-pointer for Concordia Lutheran.
Her 3-pointers were important for them to get to the state final game in yesterday's semifinal. She hit 3 of them then, so she's capable too.
Each team shooting 35% overall. Concordia, though, just 23% from 3-point range. By the way, Prestonwood Christian, 2 of 13 from beyond the arc, so neither team's been lighting it up from long distance. Prestonwood Christian has the basketball, but they turned it over. The steal by Treadway. Alexander got the block. Treadway is taken down to the floor, and the foul is called, and Treadway is shaken up. Treadway did a great job getting that steal, then put up the shot quickly, got her own rebound. It was Fluellen who knocked it loose. And the way Treadway's acting, you wonder if she didn't hit her crazy bone on the floor.
Let's see if it's enough to affect her free throws.
Just under 52 seconds to play in regulation. Prestonwood Christian leading Concordia Lutheran 47-41. Most observers believe these were the 2 best teams in the state in the Texas Association of Private and Parochial Schools coming into the Final Four. Here they are meeting for the state title, and it's been a seesaw affair that saw Concordia Lutheran up by 7 at the half, and in the waning moments of the fourth quarter, Prestonwood Christian up by 6. Timberview High School has been the house of hoops here for the TAPPS State Tournament.
Even little ones are excited.
Baby, this has been a great basketball game.
Easily the best one of the day, and I bet we still got a little bit of fun to go.
Treadway, it's nothing but nylon for a 13th point. Makes it a 4-point game. 47-43. Now it's the Crusaders pressing. Garcia in the backcourt double teamed and is fouled. And Garcia goes to the free throw line for the first time in this game. She has 12 points. For PCA, she is the leading scorer. She's got 6 field goals in the game. If PCA is going to put this one on ice, they're going to need to hit free throws over the final 49 seconds. And Garcia sees it go in and out, no good.
Still a 2-possession game, but like you said, every one of these free throws really counts.
Garcia now 1 of 2 at the free throw line with 13 points. 5-point lead for PCA. That was a big free throw. Baseline shot for Thompson off the far side of the rim, and Alexander chases down the rebound. Treadway slips after fouling, and then another Crusader goes down. That's Geiger. And Treadway is slow to get up under the basket.
Munster just set up for the block, picking her off, and that was a hard hit for Treadway running into her.
Treadway's taking
Elbow.
a couple of really hard falls here in the last minute of the game.
Samantha's coming, yeah, she's coming out.
Both teams really have relied heavily on their starting 5. And Treadway's been a big part of the game. Now Courtney Munchko comes in. Free throw good for Alexander.
I don't think Treadway's coming back in this game. She's in some pain on the bench.
Yeah, she's getting some attention. Reminds me of that volleyball game where we saw they'll go down in the late stages of the match in a state title game. Garcia grabs the rebound off the miss and is immediately fouled. 28.2, and Lion fans are starting to sense there's going to be gold medals draped around the necks of their players here pretty soon.
At this point, it's 7 points, a 3-possession game, even with 3-pointers, barring a foul. These two would make you feel real good about the final 28 seconds, though, if you're a PCA fan.
Garcia with a double-double. 14 points and 10 rebounds. And down the stretch here has hit 2 of 3 free throws. Hits both free throws. With 15 points, she's the game's leading scorer. This is Thompson with 24 seconds to play, getting it to Munchko. Back to Thompson, pulls up. Fouled in the act of shooting. And the one thing Crestwood Christian doesn't want to do now is foul.
If you're the Crusaders, I don't think you're going to go take 2-pointers. And if you're PCA, you don't want to foul.
Munster picks up her 5th. And she'll have to come out of the game. Shakes the hand of Matt Neidick. And her sister will come in to replace her, Sabrina Munster. Marina gets a hand from the PCA fans who have made the trip to Mansfield. That free throw no good. Thompson looking for a first point in this game. Still scoreless. Geiger got the rebound. Geiger from the corner, 3-pointer. Partially deflected by Garcia. It sails over the goal. Llewellyn got the rebound and then was fouled under the basket. 12 seconds to play. And the lead for PCA, seemingly an insurmountable 9 points now, with Llewellyn looking to add to that lead. You're going to look at the box score and think Crestwood Christian had an easy time in this state championship game. Nothing could be further from the truth.
I don't think anyone was envisioning a 10-point win on this side for Blue midway through the third quarter. It really started to change.
Midway through the third quarter, there were some worried looks on the faces of Lion fans. Their team was down 7 and struggling on offense. Then they applied full court pressure to turn the game around, using defense to create offense. Drive to the basket for Thompson, comes up empty. Munchko has it, heaves up a 3-pointer. The horn sounds. Crestwood Christian Academy wins the Class 5A state championship game over Concordia Lutheran, 53-43. And have you ever seen girls more excited?
There's a lot of emotion both ways in this game, and see the joy on one side, a lot harder to see the tears on the other. They could taste it in the third quarter. Great comeback by Prestonwood Christian, though.
Concordia Lutheran up by 7 at the half and maintained that lead until about midway through the third quarter, when Sherry Ollison employed full court pressure to turn the tide, propelling Prestonwood Christian to a 10-point victory and a state championship in TAPPS Class 5A. And Addie Garcia would be the MVP of this game. The leading scorer in the game had 15 points. Brooke Alexander finished with 13. Alicia Blackwell scored 11. Blackwell had some clutch free throw shooting along with Garcia and Alexander down the stretch. Mariah Fluellen finished with 6 points. Marina Munster, who fouled out of the game, had 8. For Concordia Lutheran, Lindsay Treadway led the way with 14 points. Amanda Geiger scored 10. Jessica Cañez finished with 11. Sydney Thomas scored 8 for Concordia Lutheran. We were tied at 10 at the end of the first quarter. Concordia Lutheran had a 7-point lead at the half, 26-19. But by the end of the third quarter, the Crusaders were trailing 34-33. And the fourth quarter dominated by Prestonwood Christian, outscoring Concordia 19-10 over the final 8 minutes and hitting some clutch free throws down the stretch. And Sherry Ollison joins us now. A state title belongs to the Lady Lions. Midway through the third quarter, you had to be a little bit nervous, but you employed full court pressure, and that really turned the game around.
It did. Our press has been our butter all year long and stuff, and it came through for us. We were afraid to put it on her too early, with this team being great in transition stuff, and they scored a lot of points in transition, which just depleted us in the first half. So proud of my girls and coming back and stuff and holding composure. I'm speechless right now. So.
Well, we've talked about it. We've had a chance to visit with you throughout the course of the season. Your team's been resilient all year. Really, to these fans behind us, not surprising to see your team come back from that 7-point deficit.
At halftime, we didn't panic. It was, it's what we do, and knowing 7 points down, and we've had points or games that you transition from 15 to 20 points down and come back and win by 4 or 5. So it's in our nature. Unfortunately, I hate it, but
oftentimes in a state championship game, there's kind of an unsung hero. It had to be Addie Garcia, who had 15 points for you in the state championship game.
I hadn't seen the points. Is she really awesome for Addie? Yeah, Addie came through for us. Apparently, I hadn't seen the stats yet. So, we always laugh about it. It's somebody that you don't expect to come through for you in big games, and she did just that, and I'm just so proud of all of them.
Coach, it's been our pleasure to see your team all season long. We appreciate you coming over.
Just as exciting as state titles, you get most of your toys to play with next year. You're only losing one senior.
I'm losing, but I'm losing a 6'3" senior, so I got to find a replacement for that one. But, so we get everybody back. So excited for that and what next year will come for us.
Hey, Sabrina plays pretty well as well inside.
She does,
she doesn't have the size that Marina has.
No, but she has athleticism, and that girl's got a vertical that's crazy. So when she wants, and our big joke this year has been for her to contain her vertical, and she learns how to use it. She can go up, but what seems like 4 feet to me because I can't jump. So.
Maybe she'll grow a couple of inches. Coach, again, thanks for coming over. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much,
It's been fun watching your team all year and fun to see you win the state championship.
Thank you. We appreciate that, guys.
Sherry Ollison, she's worked with some legends, Gary Blair and Pat Summit. She's creating her own legend now with a state championship.
And that's the thing. I mean, they expected here at Prestonwood, and to do this with one senior, it's such a competitive team they had. They stayed resilient. That's what you have to have with the magnitude of a state title game, the way they were down, and the way they just couldn't figure it out until midway through the third quarter. They stayed the course.
So much excitement for Prestonwood Christian, but disappointment for Concordia Lutheran. They probably felt midway through the third quarter like they were on their way to a state title, and the rug got pulled out from underneath them.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what their coach was saying. Guys, it's not over yet, and there wasn't a whole lot they did wrong, but they lost the ball here and there. The shots stopped dropping. It's that pressure of the press, both mentally and physically, that might have gotten to the Lady Crusaders.
So the Class 5A Girls State Championship game is in the books, and it's Prestonwood Christian Academy receiving gold medals here in the post-game ceremony. For Brick Shelton, I'm Pete Stein, thanking our entire crew. We want to thank the coaching staffs from both teams for helping us out in our preparation. And we want to congratulate Prestonwood Christian Academy one more time for winning the state championship, beating Concordia Lutheran 53-43. You're watching TAPPS High School Basketball on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.